case you guys want to chat while we're going through all this. Okay.
Open file locate. Run as administrator. Folder view list.
Get the chat turned on.
App start cursor. Normal cursor.
Which we're doing now.
SL.1.0.265 performance rest.
Get a
Normal
drink
cursor.
of my
Stream chat row 1 column 1. Stream chat.
here.
Header clickable. Header. Progress bar 13. Type a message. Edit blank.
Alright, so
Click on menu button. Disable button. Normal cursor. Enable button.
I'm just enabling the message thing that way.
Click on message. Edit.
If I'm unable to type,
Type a message.
you
Edit.
guys will know I'm still here.
E-R-E-H.
And I'll just put that. Welcome to the channel. Alright, so
Folder view list. Restream chat 407.
what do we got going on? Alright.
Restream chat row 1 column 1. Ops 29.1. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.0 row 1 column 3.
Jesse F. Hi.
Hey Jesse, how you doing, my friend? I need to go through my email, Jesse, because I did email you. I need you to send me a password and a username. Did you get that? For everything else, so we're just going to go over the basics of getting started on Microsoft. I'm not going to load a bunch of different planes or nothing like that, because we're going to be doing an aviatife flight after I go over the simple directions here getting started on Microsoft. One of the things, obviously, you're going to need the screen narrator. That's got to be enabled with Microsoft. That way it can read you the menus. I think that's something that any of you, have already figured out or will figure out, that you need that on. The next thing is it's going to depend on if you're going to fly with PMDG, the 737. You got to change your settings. If you're going to fly with the AI, like I do with aviatife, because it's small planes and they're not accessible with TFM. Alright, now you can still use TFM to get your general information.
Jesse F.
It's not 100%
did
accurate,
not.
but it's pretty
You should have that already though.
pretty close.
I sent it during the stream the other night.
Okay, Jesse,
Jesse
I'll go
F.
back in there and look for it.
Let me look again.
And then I'll go in and I'll get you set up, Jesse. So again, if you're flying on aviatife, then you want AI. If you're not flying on aviatife and you're flying the PMDG, you don't want AI to be on, because it just doesn't do so well. Now it will fly it somewhat, because I've tested it, but don't depend on AI to fly your 737 for you, because you can do it 100% on your own. I'm not going to go through that tutorial today. This is just going to be the basic of what you're going to see on that code in dark, on what you're going to need to do to get started. Okay, so once you load Microsoft, you're going to be at the main menu, and that's where we are. And you can up and down arrow, right arrow, left arrow. Sometimes the cursor jumps, and so sometimes you got to arrow around a little bit. But the basics of it.
Jesse F. Yeah, I don't have anything from you either.
Okay, Jesse, I'll get you added today then. I'll just I'll use your regular name. I'll make you a password, and then we can update it when you're on the server.
Maverick activities.
So you got Maverick activities. That is not accessible, so don't try to mess with that. It'll do you no good.
World map. Button 2 of
I don't
5.
know why it's not reading
Maverick
that.
activities.
Maverick activities.
Flight training.
Okay.
First flight airport.
Jesse F. Pretty much what I was suggesting anyway.
Alright, so
Welcome. Button.
you see where it says welcome, and you can arrow around a little bit.
Profile.
So if I right arrow, it says profile,
Options.
options. Sometimes you gotta arrow.
Options. Button. Notifications.
Notifications.
Notification. Social panel.
Social panel. That's all stuff at the
Select your
top.
access
If I down
notifications.
arrow,
World map.
you got world
Button 2 of
map.
5.
That's what you want to hit enter on to
Create a flight
get
plan
to
and
where
explore
you
the
can
world in
select
flight
your
mode.
plane. Okay, so we're going to hit
Press
enter
ESC to
on
quit the
world
desktop.
map.
Press tab to read support and release notes. First flight
Well,
airport.
sometimes it acts silly.
World map. Marketplace.
See how it jumps?
World map.
Alright, so we hit enter on world map. And then from here,
World map screen.
this is where you can put in where you're going to fly to.
Flying in Cup Crafters XCOG. From
You
select
can
departure
change
runway.
your airplane if you
select
want to.
Flight condition. Select arrival.
To change your airplane,
Switch departure and arrival point. Select departure.
you'll
Combo
see
box.
it to the left of select departure.
Aircraft selection and
Right there,
customization
aircraft
menu.
selection.
Button.
Okay.
Current aircraft is Cup Crafters XCOG.
If you hit enter on that, it's going to
Press
show
ESC to
you
go
where
back.
you can pick different
Press F12 to
airplanes.
reset.
I'm not going to go through
Press
that
space to
because
warp.
it's pretty
Press
straightforward.
numpad minus sign slash numpad plus sign to zoom. Press tab to help.
If you right arrow,
Select departure. Combo box.
gives you your departure
Select
right
to open
there.
a search field, or
Which
select from recommended and
I'm
recent
going to go ahead and
airports.
do because we're flying on aviatife.
After an airport is selected here, an additional drop-down list becomes active.
So
below
you have
this
your
one. To
departure.
allow selection,
If you right arrow,
switch departure and arrival points.
switch departure and arrival. You don't want to do that.
Jesse
right arrow
F.
again.
Select arrival.
And
Tip
then you
for
have
those who may be
arrival.
new. If you've set up and carried out flights in the past, you can down arrow through recently used airports.
After an airport is selected here, an additional drop-down
Yeah,
list
you
becomes
can.
active
If you're
below
wanting
this
to do
one.
a
To allow
flight that
selection
you've
of a
already
specific
done,
airport
you
gate or runway.
can do that. So there you see
Press
where
ESC
it's
to go back.
for your arrival
Press F12 to
airport.
reset.
And
Press
then
space
if you
to
go
warp.
right again,
Flight conditions.
you got flight
Button.
conditions. You can change it
Select
to
customize
live
conditions, time of
traffic,
day, and if other multiplier AI
live
traffic will be
weather,
visible during flight.
all that stuff. We're not going to go through
Press
that.
ESC
All
to
this
go
stuff
back.
is really simple,
Press
so I'm
F12
not
to
going
reset.
through it.
Social panel.
Then you got social panel again,
Zoom in.
um,
Button. Press tab to help.
and then
Press numpad minus sign numpad plus
let me
sign
go
to
back up to where I
select
was.
departure.
So
Aircraft selection and
aircraft
customization
select.
menu.
So I'm gonna go right arrow,
Select departure.
departure.
Combo
We're
box.
leaving from
Search results.
KWIF.
Search results. 1. KWIF slash Winsboro
I'm gonna hit
Airport.
enter on that.
Select departure.
That's where we
Drop
taking
down
off
list.
from.
Switch departure and arrival points. Select arrival.
And then we're going
Combo
to
box.
arrival.
Restream chat row 1 column 2.
Let me go to
29.1.1.
my
Top survivals.com run your airline company. Google Chrome row 1 column 4.
aviatife
Top
here real
survivals.
quick.
Airports.
Icon deliver 10 packages of Mozzarella. Options column 6 link tape. Deliver 7 barrels of boxes waste. Icon deliver 10 packages of Mozzarella. Deadline column 5 1 3 days. Departure column 4 and payload slash description and popularity. Money $1,154.
So this job pays $1,000.
19 M. Money $1,150. 19 M. 919 M.
Press F12 to reset.
Says I'm flying to 19M.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.
Press numpad minus sign
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.3.
Sometimes you gotta watch the airports
Press
you
tab to
do,
help.
but
Switch departure and select arrival.
so let's hit
Combo box.
enter
Search results.
19M.
19M search results. 100. 19 nautical miles slash CA more Lexington. Select arrival. Drop down list.
I hope that's right. Let me see.
Select to view available choices. World map. Welcome. Button. KWIF Winsboro Airport Winsboro.
Do what?
Combo box. Select to open a search field, or select from recommended and recent airports. Switch departure and arrival
Let me
points.
look.
19 nautical miles CA more Lexington. Combo box.
I'm gonna back that out and make sure. So I'm gonna go back in there.
19M search results. Search results. 4.
19M.
1 search results. 19 search result. 19M search results. 100.
See, I don't know.
19 nautical miles slash CA more Lexington.
I think that's the one I want.
19 MT slash N bar ranch grass range. 19 milliseconds slash Nickel Air Park Ashland.
See, I don't know which one. There's more than one.
19 MN slash Waldrep Forest Lake. 19 mil.
So let me
19
see.
MT. 19 nautical miles slash CA more Lexington.
That's 19NM.
19 MT slash N bar ranch grass range. 19 milliseconds slash Nickel Air Park Ashland.
That might be that. There.
19 MN slash Waldrep Forest Lake. 19 milliseconds slash Nickel Air Park Ashland.
Let me look over here.
Top survivals.com run your airline company. Google Chrome row.
Information about that.
Link 103 M. Link 19 M. Money $1,154. Link 19 M.
Well, here's what we'll do.
Money 1 top popular reputation. Icon deliver 10. Departure column 4 and slash A. Deadline column 5 1 B. Options column 6 link tape.
I'm gonna take the job anyway, so we'll take it.
Accepted top survivals.com run. Visit. Link
And
link
then
flights link
on
up.
aviatife, after you take the job,
Visit link graphic logo.
you go down
Accept the
to
top setting. Here's a list of jobs. UX clickable graphic job. Link AATL. Link code. Link A. Link A. Link A. Link A. Link 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 buttons. Buttons clickable. Link buttons clickable. Link link graphic. Link visit. Link radio. Link courier. Visit. Link accept the table. Column 3 payloads. Column 4 departure. Column 5 deadline. Column 6 options. Deliver 10 packages of mozzarella. Quit 103 NM 52 degrees 19 M money. $1,154.60 popularity. 0% reputation. 0.01 for description and rewards. Column 2 deliver 10 packages of mozzarella. Link quit 103 NM 52 degrees. Link 19 M money. 1,100. Link 19. Link quit 1 deliver 10 packages of mozzarella. Point 10 packages of mozzarella. Link quit NM 52 degrees. Link 19 M out of link space money. Popularity 0%. Reputation 0.01 payload slash remarks. Departure column 4 and slash A. Deadline column 5 1B. 3 options. Column 6 link fly.
and then there's fly, but before I fly, I gotta load FSUIPC, and I've got to load the aviatife client. So let me do that real quick. So we'll go here.
OST. Item view list. Weather double list. Finish log. FSX2330. FSUIPC. Item view list. Event files.
So we'll go to
FSUIPC 7.16.
There's the executable, so we'll run
Normal cursor.
that.
Export cursor. FSUIPC 7 console log terminal blank. Graphic. Normal cursor. Loading airport database. FSUIPC 7 tooltip.
Okay.
FSUIPC 7 console log.
And then
FSUIPC 7.
we'll close this other window.
FSUIPC 7 console log. On ground.
We'll get back to stuff here in a second.
Run dialog. Type the name. Notepad. Notepad. Documents. Documents.
Go to documents, and you go to aviatife and load the client.
Next waypoint. CIMECL point distance. 5485 nautical miles. Point
So
bearing.
when you're
Documents.
flying on aviatife, you gotta have the client because
ASAP 3295. Avitals.com client.
it has no way of
Item view list. Avitals.
knowing
Selected.
what you're doing, right? So it's gotta know.
Item view list. Sounds. Avitals game client. .x204.
And there's the game client.
19 nautical miles.
Export cursor.
I just dropped my damn
Normal cursor.
remote.
Select to open
Export
search
cursor.
field.
Avitals client 1.0.0 long time no see window. Normal cursor.
Airports.
Okay.
After
Data grid.
entering,
Airline.
select
Edit 850. Connect button.
additional drop-down list becomes
Connect.
active below this one.
Connecting.
To allow
Avitals client
selection
1.0.0 long time no see window.
gate or runway.
Alright, so that's loaded. I'm gonna hide it in the background.
Avitals client
and
1.0.0 long time no see
Windows
window.
3 or whatever number you
Avitals client
want.
1.0.0 long time no see. Data grid. Airline manager. Models.log entry. Edit 850 PHDD1C3D.
Wait a minute.
Avitals client 1.0.0 long time no see. Avitals client 1.0.0 long time no see window. Avitals 1.0.0 one column 2.
This other
Avitals
window.
1.0.0 window.
I
Item
got
view
too
list.
much stuff open
Avitals
here.
1.0.0. Date modified edit 0. Avitals game.
Alright, we'll
Avitals
close
client
that.
1.0.0.
And then we'll hide this.
FSUIPC 7 console log terminal blank.
And we'll hide
Avitals client
this.
1.0.0 long time no see window. Edit 850 PHDD1C3. Data grid. Edit 800. Data grid. Edit 850 PHDD1.
Will you go away?
FSUIPC 7 console log terminal blank. Avitals client 1.0.0 long time. FSUIPC 7. Accepted jobs. Avitals.com run your airline. Microsoft Flight 6 stream chat row 2 column 1. Ops 29.1.1. Star untitled book. Avitals client 1.0.0 long time no 0 1 column. FSUIPC 7 console log row 1 column. Accepted jobs. Avitals.com run your airline.
Accepted
Accepted jobs.
jobs here.
Icon deliver 10 options column 6 link fly. Link assign. Link fly.
Once you got, well, I can't hit fly yet because we're not loaded to the airport because I got to figure out. Let me look up at 19M and see what that is real quick.
Folder view list. Gold wave. Google Chrome 30.
So I'll just go to Google real quick and I'll look it up because
Google Chrome
there's
Johnny.
too many different ones. I don't want to get the wrong one.
Google Chrome Johnny. Type Google documents. Search landmark. Search.
Airport code 19M.
Airport code 90. Clickable navigation landmark edit. Link images. Link add international link. Link with main landmark clickable search results. Heading level. Navigation landmark clickable filters and topics. Heading level. Main landmark clickable search results. Heading level. Clickable heading level 2 features snippet from the web. Heading clickable level 3 Z.8.4 airport in Lexington, Mississippi, United States. Heading clickable level 3 button FAA. 90 clickable link. Heading clickable level 3 button FAA. 19M.
19M.
Heading clickable level 3 Z.8.4 airport in Lexington, Mississippi, United States. Appoint. C point. Appoint. More. Airport. In. Lexington, Mississippi.
Lexington,
Heading
Mississippi.
clickable left clickable link. Link heading level 3 Lexington airport Wikipedia. Link Wikipedia. Link HTTPS. Button about scissors blank. Link about featured snippets. Button to feedback on this result. Link. Link heading level 3 19 MCA more airport. Link air map. Link HT button about scissors runway 1 runway 19 latitude 3307.26958 Link. Link heading level 3 FAA information about C.8 more airport 19M.
Okay, C point. So, okay, so
Heading level navigation main landmark clickable search results clickable heading left heading clickable level 3 Z.8 more airport in Lexington. Heading level 2 featured snippets from heading clickable level 3 Z.8 more airport in Lexington, Mississippi, United States.
select. Okay, so we'll go. See if
Airport
I
code
can
19M
find
search Google Chrome
that.
Johnny. 5 list. Airport code 19M. Ops 29.1.1.
All right, let's go back
Accepted jobs. Avitals client 1.0. FSUIPC 7. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1. Microsoft Flight
over
Simulator.
here for a second.
Switch departure and arrival point. 19 nautical miles CA more Lexington. Combo box. Select to open a search field. Or
I
select
think
for
it's
recommended
that
or recent
one.
Airports. Switch to 19 nautical miles CA more Lexington. 19M search results. 4. Text entry field. Select to enter text. 19 nautical miles /CA more Lexington. 19 MT /N bar ranch grass range. 19 milliseconds /Nickel Air Park Ashland. 19 MN /Waldrep Forest Lake.
Yeah, I think it's the first one.
PBNA /Nashville INTL Nashville. 19 MT / 19 nautical miles /CA more Lexington.
Okay, so it's that one.
Drop down list.
Pretty sure.
Select to view available choices. World map. Welcome.
Okay.
Button.
So the other thing that you want to
PWI
do,
Winsboro. Runway.
when you're
34.
flying these small
Aircraft selection and
planes
customization menu.
is
VFR, direct, GPS. Drop down list.
I
Select
believe
view
this
available
is going to
choices.
be a someone hit enter on
Press
this
ESC to go back.
and I can select
VFR, direct, GPS.
VFR direct
Drop
GPS
down option. IFR,
IFR,
low altitude airways.
and this is going to be at low altitude,
Drop down
probably
option.
12, 13,000.
Press ESC to go back.
So we'll
Normal
select
cursor. App cursor.
low.
FSUIPC 7 tooltip. Normal cursor.
IFR, low altitude airways. KWIF,
App cursor. Next waypoint. 19 point distance.
low
5402 nautical
altitude airways. Drop down list.
So it actually should be a
Select view available
VFR.
choice. Direct, direct, board to board. Drop down option. VFR. Drop down option. Direct, board to board. IFR. Low altitude airways.
Okay.
Drop down option. Press ESC to go back. High altitude airways. Low altitude airways.
There we go.
IFR.
So it
low
still says
altitude airways.
IFR, but I picked
Drop down
VFR.
Select a view available.
Because that's a low
KWIF.
altitude.
Button.
Anyway, we got the flight loaded now.
Press ESC to 19 nautical miles.
I'm just going to tell you not to worry about
KWIF.
putting in a gate because,
Press ESC.
well,
Press Control plus.
I'll
Enter to
show
fly.
you. Hold on.
Search results. Text. IFR. Low altitude airways. Drop down. KWIF. Press Control plus Enter to fly.
Let me get to the,
Search results. 19 nautical miles.
sometimes this is a
NAV log.
pain in the
Button.
butt.
Zoom out. Button. NAV log. Flight conditions. Approach.
Here we go.
Arrivals. Switch departure and arrival points. Departures. Direct. Drop down list. Runway. 34. Drop down list.
So we can
Select
hit
view available
that,
choices.
and then let me go down.
Gates. Parking 1 ramp GA small. Drop down option.
We'll just do
Parking 2 ramp GA small. Parking 1 ramp GA
parking
small.
1.
Gate. Parking 1
And
ramp
now
GA
we
small.
got everything loaded. I'm going to hit Control Enter.
Select a view available
Pause.
choices.
Unpause. Parking brake on. Number 1 fuel valve open. Pause.
Get to the
Auto run off.
airport, and then I will pick to choose that flight. Alright. The main reason I'm going to do this live stream was to show you guys that first part on Microsoft. It's real simple.
Loading
Once
please
you
wait.
go to the
32%.
Jesse F. Sorry we have family over. My
Auto
email.
run active.
Loading please
Might
wait.
be worth checking your junk mail just in case. It's a somewhat uncommon domain name, not Gmail.
okay, I'll check that, Jesse. I'll
Loading, please
see.
wait. 73%.
I'll take a look at it. It'll be fine. I'll get you set up.
Loading please wait. 74%.
Okay. So,
Smoke 1200 point.
Loading
like I
please
said,
wait.
I wanted to really share with
80%.
you guys at the beginning of that on Microsoft, and then show you a little bit about aviatife.
Unpause. Altimeter 1016.
Now I'm
3.01
actually
inches point.
renting
Pause.
an airplane on
73%.
aviatife.
13. 29 point.
If you guys want me to have a more detailed video on aviatife, I can do that. But I'd like to know ahead of time,
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.
and then I would set up for it.
Unpause. Com 1 125.75.
Okay, so let's see where it says
Gate
that
Park
I'm
1.
at. So we're at Gate Park 1. It actually put me there. For some reason it will with the small planes, but when I do that with the PMDG, it will not put me there. Last night, my plane would not take off when I activated it.
Ops 29.1.1 profile.
It
Title scene.
acted like
Accepted jobs.com. Run your own
the
airline company.
flight
Google Chrome.
was
Roll.
already...
Accepted jobs.com.
It was telling ATC that we were off the runway, as if we landed.
Icon deliver 10 options. Column 6 link fly.
Alright, so we'll hit fly,
Ticket aircraft of idols.com. Run.
and then...
Visit link. Graphic ticket aircraft heading level 2. Your fleet visit link. Aircraft catalog visit link. Moderation up link. Add a custom aircraft link. Table with column 2, column 3 link graphics, or column 4 link graphics, or column 5 flight hours, column 6 link graphics, sortable, column 7 engines, column 8 options, row 2 icon, column 1 link with, airport name, column 2 Winsboro Airport, sortable tail number, column 3 N19, sortable model name, column 4 cup, flight hours, column 5 290, sortable condition, column 6 82%, engines, column 7 80%, options, column 8 visit link details, visit link pick,
Alright, and then we'll pick this.
link visit, destination of idols.com, visit link, destination heading level, choose your destination for heading level, table with column 4 landing slash graphic tip, column 5 link graphics, sortable distance, column 6 remarks, column 7 options, row 2 sortable layout, column 1 link 19M, row 1 column 7 options, row 2 sortable layout, column 1 link, sortable name, column 2 CA more, rent cost column 3 $90 slash week, landing slash target T tip, column 4 7 sortable distance, column 5 100 free NM.
So it's showing my landing cost, where I'm
Landing
flying
slash target column
to.
4 $7/105. Portable business column 500 3 NM. Remarks column 6 hard surface runway lights code. Options column 7 link choose. Remarks column 6 hard surface runway lights coding. Options column 7 link choose.
So we'll hit choose,
Link. Flight number 33.
and now we
Business link
should
flight number
be.
33 from Windsboro Airport. Heading level 3 current payload slash graphic fuel. Pilot's weight 170 lbs. Graphic fuel. Fuel quantity. Fuel price at this airport 43 cents slash pound 276 lbs. To pay dollar 0.00. Slider 276. Button update. Total weight 446 lbs slash 10 0 FT superscript 3 slash 446 lbs slash 10 84 lbs. Microsoft Flight Simulator
Let me see if
1.33.5.
I can see what
Microsoft
the fuel is we got here. I don't.
Total fuel 138.0. Flight number 33 vitals.com run your own air. Flight number 33 vitals.
We don't got far to go, so.
0 FT superscript 3 slash 446 lbs slash 10 84 lbs button. Generate flight plan button. Start tracking button.
Alright, so we're gonna do.
Business link flight number 33 heading from heading left graphic pilots 100 graphic fuel quantity. Graphic 107 pilots weight. 100 graphic fuel price 207 to pay. 0 point slider button up total weight. 400 0 heading level 3 payload slash graphic payload. Mozzarella. Link CA more 90 slash slider 0. Button load. Heading level 3 flight plan. Up button load. Slider 0. 0 slash 10 units. Link CA more 19 0 slash slider 0. 7 8 9 10.
Okay, so I'm loading 10
slider 10.
units.
Button load. Slider 10. 295 point slider 10. Button load.
Hit load.
Flight number 33 vital.
There we
Business link
go.
flight number current payload slash passive graphic fuel. Pilots 100 graphic fuel 200 to pay. 0 sliders button up graphic mozzarella. Link CA more 200 slider 10. 200 link CA mozzarella graphic button up slider 276 0.00. To pay dollar 0.00 slider 207. Slot 140. 142 144 146 100 100 100 100 100 100 160 162 106 180 100 200 228 256 207. Update button.
We'll update that.
Flight number 33 vital. Business link flight number 33 heading level 2.
There we go.
Update button. Unload button. Generate flight start tracking button.
Hit start tracking.
Flight number 33 vital. Business link graphic low flight number 33 heading level 2.
Okay, so we're tracking now. So
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.
now,
Microsoft Flight Sim.
when I activate,
Unknown cursor.
it should take off. It should. So we'll see what happens here. Okay. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1. Battery master active. Number 1 starter engaged. Number 1 ignition on. Number 1 starter off. Avionics master active.
All right. So we are ready. I think it's going to work this time. Yep. So we're taking mozzarella sticks to Lexington. Was it Missouri? I think. So. Yeah. So hope you guys enjoy this flight. So sit back and enjoy. Be back here with you few.
Departure is 125.75, squawk 2664. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Smoke 2664 point.
If you guys got any questions, leave them in the chat. I'll check the chat as soon as I come back to the seat here. I'm going to step away just for a minute. And then I will check that. Again, if you're just starting out on Microsoft, hopefully we're going to update the tutorial for you. We do have a code and Dart tutorial, but it covers P3D and we left out msfs2020. Okay, so we're going to add that in there, but it's pretty straightforward.
1 knots ground speed. 8 part 1 equipped.
Alright, so I guess we're going to be moving here in a minute. Alright, be back in a minute, guys.
Knots.
Target radon.
Kilo Whiskey India Foxtrot traffic BVI pilots Niner Delta Whiskey taking off runway tree for departure to the east.
Target rate off.
Knots. Knots. 11 knots. 11 knots. 11 knots. 11 knots. 11 knots. 12 knots. 11 knots. 12 knots. 11 knots. 12 knots. 12 knots. 11 knots. 13 knots.
10,
16 knots. 16 knots. 14 knots. 11 knots. 13 knots. 13 knots. 13 knots. 12 knots. 14 knots. 13 knots. 13 knots. 12 knots. 12 knots. 12 knots. 12 knots. 11 knots. 11 knots. 11 knots. 14 knots. 14 knots. 11 knots. 12 knots. 13 knots. 12 knots. 11 knots. 13 knots. 11 knots. 13 knots. 13 knots. 11 knots. 12 knots. 11 knots. 11 knots. 13 knots. 11 knots. 12 knots. 12 knots. 11 knots. 12 knots. 13 12 knots. 11 knots. 12 knots. 11 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 knots. 12 knots. 11 knots. 12 knots. Airborne. On ground.
Jesse F. Sorry, had to respond to an email. Hope I didn't miss anything.
Alright, folks, I don't even know what's going on here. I had to step away.
Minus 3 feet for midpoint.
Wait a minute. What's it even doing here?
Winsboro, Louisiana, United States point. 6.1 nautical miles, 315 degrees point.
It's not even off the ground, is it? Or is it? Let me...
Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.0. Normal cursor. Microsoft.NET Framework Row 1 column 2. Details button Alt plus C. Continue button Alt plus C. Quit button Alt plus Q. Press.
STFM.
TFM is shutting down.
Messing up.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.0.
Jesse F. I'm not sure. For a while speed was extremely low.
Did it take off? I don't know what it did
Folder view
here.
list Google. Switch chat page. Topic flight monitor preview 53 of 73. Team viewer. Team top 5. Topic flight monitor 63 of 73.
Let me run
Normal cursor. Apps
TFM
cursor.
again here and see if I can figure out what's going on. I don't know why it... See, I tried this flight last night and
Normal cursor.
it didn't take off, and I don't know why it's doing this.
Current aircraft. Visible list. Loading airport database. Number 1 ignition on. Number 1 fuel valve open. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33 air. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.0. Unknown cursor. 0 feet ASL point. 0 knots indicated.
Yeah, we're not
0
even
knots ground speed.
moving.
Winsboro, Louisiana, United States. Central Standard Time point. 0 feet ASL point.
Trying to see where we are, and it's giving me a Microsoft
Jesse
error.
F.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.
Not that I know
Microsoft
of,
Flight Simulator 1.
but I had to dip out of the window for a few minutes to respond to something.
TFM is shutting down.
Let me see
Unknown
here. I don't think so, man.
Jesse F. Well, the plane is moving though. Can hear the engine.
Oh, I know a way to check.
Normal
Hold
cursor,
on.
cursor.
We got another way we
Microsoft
can
Flight
check
Simulator 1.
this.
Microsoft Flight
But
Simulator.
I don't think we're in the air here.
Normal cursor. Flight number 33.com. Run your own airline company. Google Chrome row 1 column 2. Flight number 33.
This is the status page on
This is
aviatife.
flight number 33 heading level from Winsboro Airport. Cliff heading. Current 331 degrees. Altitude number 1 79 ft. Altitude 79 ft. Airport distance 102.5 nm. Estimated time left 48 minutes. Estimated 102.5 nm.
No, this ain't right.
Distance 79 ft. Altitude 79 ft.
It says we're at 79 feet.
Altitude 79 ft. Distance 102.5 nm. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.0. Unknown cursor. 0 feet ASL point. 0 knots indicated. Flaps 0 point. Trim up 5.0. Trim up 5.0. Trim up. Trim up 5.0. Trim up. Trim disabled point. 0 feet ASL point. 0 knots ground speed.
Jesse F. World's lowest flying plane.
Flaps 16 point. Autopilot master active. Flight director active. 0 feet ASL point. 0 knots ground speed. Minus 3 feet for midpoint. Minus 3 feet for midpoint. Attitude left 1. Trim enabled point.
I don't think we're moving. Let me see something.
Flight number 33. Ops 29. Vital flight 1. FSUI PC 7. Restream chat row 2 columns. Star untitled book pattern. Jump to runway row 2 column 4. FSUI. Runway list. Airport code edit blank.
Let me try something
2 runway
here.
loaded point. Runway list 60. 34. New snow heading. 16. New snow heading through 161.0. Top in flight monitor. Up 10. Altimeter 1016. Up 9. Up 10. 9 knots ground speed. 8 knots ground speed. Num lock off. Num lock on. 8 knots ground speed. App start. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.3. Flight number 33vitals.com. Run your own airline company. Google Chrome row 1 column 2. Flight number. Link 100. Cookie policy link. Terms and Right. Hello Vitals. Join Discord link. EP8. Restart the flight. Resume flight tracking. Restart the. Clickable heading level 5. Close button. Cancel button. Roger that. I want to restart link. Flight number 33 vitals. Visit link. Flight number 33 from Winsboro Airport. We have found both data for this flight point. If you change anything in fuel slash payload, new ability to resume tracking. Proper check box at the bottom. Point heading level 3 current payload slash graphic fuel. Pilots wait. Slider 138. Button update. Slider 138. 1 2. Update button. Flight number. Heading level 3. Visit link flight number 30 from heading graphic pilots 1 graphic fuel 2 to slider 2 button up graphic mozzarella link CA more 200 slider 10 button mode total weight 7.5 FT superscript 3/26 generate flight start tracking button no next button.
Start tracking.
Flight number 33.
Alright.
Visit link flight number 30 from Windsboro Airport. Heading 100 altitude 82 FT distance 103 nm. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight unknown first 86 PASL point.
Let's see if it.
Altimeter 1016 30.0 84 PASL point. Autopilot master off.
Let's see if it'll take off.
Flap 16 point.
I don't understand. It's the airport. Something's going on. I think it's this airport. To be honest.
3 knots ground speed. 4 knots ground speed. Runway 34 quick flash 1752. Attitude mode disabled point.
14 knots.
Attitude mode enabled point.
13 knots.
Alright, let's see what it does.
Up 9.
13 knots.
Up 10. Up 9. Up 10.
14 knots.
Up 9. Up 8. Target rate on. Up 10. Target rate off. Target rate on. Flap 16 point. 0 knots ground speed.
I wonder if we can take off. I don't understand what it's doing here.
Trim up 0.06. Trim up 0.11. Trim up 0.87. Trim up 3 trim disabled point. 0 knots ground speed. Flap 16 point. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.0. Autopilot master active. Autopilot master off.
Yeah, it's not letting me. He ain't taking off.
Com 1 125.75 point.
Houston Center Freedom Global International Tree ready to copy IFR clearance to 19er Mike.
0 knots ground speed.
Freedom Global International Tree is cleared to 19
Jump to runway. Airport code at land. Normal cursor. FSUIPs.
Climb and maintain 3,000
Quit.
feet.
Quit select land.
Departure frequency is
Runway list.
125.75 squawk 0014.
Airport code at quit. 2 runway loaded point. Runway 34 news yes. 16 news no heading through 161.037 length 17. 34 news yes heading through 341.037 length 1752 width 22 takeoff allowed yes landing allowed yes 202.
Mike Airport as filed.
I think the runway's too short.
3,000 feet. Departure is 125 decimal.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33. Target rate off. Altimeter 1016.
Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Seventeen knots.
Up 9. Up 8. Up 7.
27 knots.
Up 6. Up 5.
38 knots.
Up 4.
48
Up
knots.
3.
Come on, take off.
Up
58
2.
knots.
United Tree 69er
67 knots. Airborne. On ground.
40.
Airborne. On ground. Airborne. 74 knots.
Right 2. Up 5. Right
On
1.
ground.
Left 6. Left 7. Left 9. Up 6. Up left 11. Left 7. Up 10. Right 3. Right 2. Right 1.
Nope, the runway's too short. That's the problem. Okay, so we can't do this flight. We're gonna have to. We're going to cancel this.
Normal. Flight number 33. Flight.com. Run your own. Flight number 33.
So somehow or another, I need to get to a different airport or something.
Distance. 102.9 nm. Estimated time left. 49 minutes. Clickable link. Link AMLU. Link 100. Table with 2 row. Column 5 8. Resume flight tracking link. Restart the flight. EPKT link. Restart. Finish the flight link. Windy.com link. Finish the flight link. Flight number 33. Vital.com. Run your own airline company. Visit link flight number 30 from Windsboro Airport. The engine is still heading. 8 degrees. Altitude. 83 FT. Distance 102. Estimated 49 minutes. Clickable link AMLU. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.0. Unknown cursor. Number 1 ignition.
It ain't gonna let me
Normal
do
cursor.
it. So we're gonna cancel this flight.
Elements list dialog.
You
Preview.
gotta watch that on
Please visit
aviatife.
947 level 0.
It doesn't
Flight level
tell
46.
you.
Finance is 1447 level 0. Finish the flight. Visit 3847 level 0. Unknown. Flight number 33, you are at the same airport point. Flight number 33, vital. Visit link, flight number 33 heading left from Windsboro Airport. You are at the same heading, 0 degrees, altitude, 83 distance, 1 estimate 40, clickable, link KS, link KMLU, link KJ, link KD, link KT, link K, link K, link K, link KMBO.
So we'll go to jobs.
Elements list dialog, preview.
I'm gonna see
Logo,
if there's a
visit
way to
147 levels.
move my airplane.
Johnny 247 levels, jobs, visit 1047 level 0.
Let's go to
Jobs.com on the other
jobs,
line.
and we're
Company.
gonna cancel
Visit link graphic
this
logo.
job.
Visit link job, link flights, link 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 button lock, find button, link graphic link 6, link graphic link 0, heading left here, clickable graphic graphic job C7, graphic job 7, graphic job 40, graphic link 8, link 8, link clause, link 8, link I, link 8, link 8, link 8, link 8, link 8, buttons clickable, link open screen, link graphic link manage custom, visit link jobs market, link regular routes, link courier, visit link accepted jobs.
Accepted jobs. Let's get rid of this job because
Copyright 2020, graphic card name, love your, visit link accepted jobs, here's a link clickable graphic job, link 8, link 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 table with link 19M, money, what popular, reputation, table, departure, deadline, column, options, column, link assign, button cancel, out of table, heading level, table with 2 rows and 6 columns, icon, deliver 10 packages of mozzarella, quit 100, link assign, button cancel,
cancel.
clickable heading, close button, cancel button, I'm sure, cancel the job,
I hate to do that, but
accepted jobs, vitals.com, alert the jobs and cancel point, accepted jobs,
I don't have a choice here. How can I move? I can't.
elements list dialog, preview, please visit 948 level 0, your fleet vitals.com, run. Visit link, your fleet heading level 2 here, visit link at table, column 6, link, column 7 engines, column 8 options, rows to column 1 link with, airport name, column 2 Windsboro, sortable tail number, column 3 and 19, sortable model name, column flight hour, column 5, sortable condition, column engines, column 7 8 options, column 8 visit link details, link tables, out of table heading level 5, copyright 2021, copyright with table with 2 rows and 8 columns, visit link details,
I don't think there's a way I can move my plane
aircraft profile
either.
cup, heading level 3 recent flights, table, column 2 airline, column, out of table cup, crafters X cup N19, top profile of aircraft, clickable button zoom in, button zoom out, clickable link open screen map, next 100 hour S, next ambulance 6 months 100 hours slash, and red button, buy button, heading car Yambers Adams Co, United States, order service button, KBTR link Baton Rouge Metropolitan, order service button, KBTR link Baton Rouge Metropolitan, order engine, KBTR link Baton Rouge Metropolitan, order service button, graphic seat, change seat setup, this aircraft asks for $500 button change, graphic air ambulance, transform into an air ambulance, you can transform an aircraft into an air ambulance type point, this gives you access to the air, ambulance job section point, you can always convert the plane back to the default version point, $15,000 slash change, button transform, graphic transfer, transfer the aircraft, you can hire a virtual pilot to transfer his aircraft point, the aircraft needs to be empty and has no, payload loaded point is to lock the aircraft for a specific time point, the distance between airports, cannot exceed the aircraft range point, button transfer, heading level 3 recent flights, table with 1 rows and 8 column 2 airline, column 3 flight number, column 4 departure, column 5 destination, column 6 time, column 7 fuel burn, column 8 fuel flow, out of table heading level 4 nothing to show your point, table with 1 rows and 8 column row 1 column 8, out of
Alright,
table visit,
I'm going to get a different plane. I can't
sub
take
crafters X cup
off
N19,300,
from here.
clickable zoom button,
So,
button zoom out, clickable link open next 100 hour, 100, next ambulance 6 months for 100 hours slash, and red button,
what is in the rent?
alert the rent ended point, your fleetvitals.com, run your own airline company, type, visit link, clickable, graphic link job, graphic rank, graphic current airport, link with, graphic current top, graphic aviatic, link 3108 aviatic, is a flight minute, special aviatic, graphic link 2000, visit link 2365.
Alright, so we lost a little bit of money there. Let me see what kind of job we can do from here because
Elements list dialog. Photo, visit 137 level, Johnny 237 level 0. Jobs, visit 1037 level 0.
we're just going to take a job that we can
Jobs
do
vitals.com, run your own airline.
from this airport.
Jobs.vitals.com, run. Visit link accepted jobs. Heading level 5 copyright 2020. Graphic card name with visit link job, link flights. Jobs heading level here, you can find the clickable button zoom in, button zoom out, clickable link open screen, link ready, link courier. Visit link accepted jobs. Button collects job type, button collects aircraft, button collects distance, local. These are quick missions where you need 108 to the beginning of your cannot loads, link distance, table with 15 row, column 2 description and reward. Column 3 payload slash column 4 departure, column 5 deadline, column 6 options, deliver 10 bags of alec, quit 40 description and reward, column 2 deliver 10 bags of alec point. Link quit 40 18 degrees. Link 9 LS1. Money $611.32. Popularity 0%. Reputation 0%. Payload slash remarks column 3 penalty $61.138. 405 LDS space. Free FT super script 3 units 10 bags. 9 LS1 right parenthesis aircraft. Cub crafters X cub expire in 2 days 15 hours.
But see, this Cub Crafter,
Departure column 4 and/A. Deadline column 5 1 week 6 options column 6 link tape. Deliver 22 bags of coke quit 6 description and reward link quit 6 link KMKV. Money $439. Popularity 0%. Reputation 0%. Payload slash remarks column 3 penalty $43.98 weight 251.24 LDS space 6.6 FT super script 3 units 22 bags. KMKV right parenthesis aircraft. Says 172 Skyhawk.
Cessna 172.
G1000 right parenthesis expire in 3 days 11 hours. Penalty. Descript popular money. Link KMKV. Money $439.75.
That only pays $400.
Popular payload G1 departure column deadline column options column 6 link tape. Transport 1 passenger going to a pop culture festival description and reward column link quit 60 link KBOI. Money $332.83 popularities. Reputation payloads minutes departure deadline options trans description link 04 money 344 popular reputation payload hours departure deadline options deliver description link KJAF money $633.36 popular reputation payload text departure deadline options deliver description link 90 link MS08 money $411.36 popular reputation payloads DA departure deadline options delivers description and link 1 link Craig money $759.60 link Craig link 120 and 163 degrees link Craig. Money 750 popularity 0%, reputation 0%, payload slash remarks column 3 penalty $75.97 weight 421.85 LDS space 5.37 FT super script 3 units $767. Craig right parenthesis aircraft Cub crafters. X Cub expire in 2 days 20 hours.
Say a Cub Crafter X Cub, but we can't take off here with that.
Departure column 4 and/A.
Jesse
column 5
F.
3 days. Options column 6 link tape.
I'm considering setting up an aviatife account.
Deliver 9 cylinders of natural gas.
It seems like a pretty easy thing to let run and listen to. I can set a home location, right, out of curiosity.
Yeah, you can
Do you use a controller?
You can set your home airport, Jesse, and yeah, you can use an Xbox controller. That's what I use to go through settings usually.
Description and rewards column 2 deliver 9 cylinders of matcher column 1 graphic icon. Description and link 100 link ASD. Money 737 popularity 0 reputation payload X cup expire in 2 days 11 hours.
See, X Cub. It's thinking I can take off with an X Cub, but X Cub will not take off from this
Departure
airport.
column 4 deadline column 5 options column deliver 13 packs of fertilizer. Description and link money popularity 0% reputation 0% payload slash remarks column 3 penalty $60.578 234 LPS space 3.9 FT superscript 3 units 13 packs 21 TX right parenthesis aircraft says 152 expire in 2
Here's it says that 152.
days 23 hours. Departure column 4 and slash A. Deadline column 5 2 weeks 4 days. Options column 6 link date.
Let's try this one. We'll use the Cessna
Accepted jobs
152.
Visit link graphic logo. Accepted job setting logo. Microsoft Flight Simulator
So
1.3
when you're on
Microsoft Flight
Microsoft, you guys, to go back to the main menu,
Jesse
it's
F.
real easy to do.
I have an old Xbox 360
will
controller.
Hit your
LOL.
escape key,
It refused to communicate with
Yeah, we'll pause
MSFS.
then hit your
Press ESC to resume.
end
Press space
key.
to load slash save.
Where you got home and
Press home
end,
to restart.
hit end
Press
key.
end to main.
That'll take
Pop-up
you
window.
back to the main
Warning.
menu.
This will return you to the main menu. Do you want to
So
continue?
hit enter,
Unpause.
and then it'll take you back, and you can select a different airplane. We're going to try to see if we can take off with the Cessna
Next waypoint stop distance 0
152.
miles point bearing 0 degrees point 0 seconds.
I think we
0 point dot, 0
can.
down point dot.
I think you can take off in this Cessna about 50-ish knots. The other one just wasn't going to do it. So
Avionics master off. Target brake off. Flight director off. Battery master off. Smoke 0.com 118.30 point altimeter 1013 29.92 inches point dot. Number 1 fuel.
I will just change
That's
my
all.
airplane and do that. There was just no way.
Page 1 of 3. Friends. World map.
World map. Let's grab the Cessna 152.
World map screen. Select departure. Aircraft selection and customization menu.
Here we go.
Select search bar. Text entry field. Select to enter
And
text.
then I'll put in 152.
Searching for 152. Results found 2. Press ESC. All 2. Drop down. Textron Aviation Cessna 152 Aerobat cruise speed 107. Textron Aviation Cessna 152 cruise speed 107 knots true airspeed max altitude 4.
There we go. We'll
Selected.
select that.
Cessna 1. Aircraft selection and
Okay,
customization.
now
Normal cursor. Accepted jobs.
go back over here to my accepted
Accepted jobs.
jobs.
Link 0. Heading level 2 accepted jobs. Here's a list of jobs. Use clickable graphic job. Link 8 link 4 link 8 link 8 link 8 link 8 link 8 link 8 link 2 link buttons clickable link open screen map link graphic link manage custom mark visit link job link regular routes link curve visit table column 3 payload select column 4 departure column 5 deadline column 6 options deliver 13 packs of vertical description and rewards column 2 deliver 13 packs of vertical link 152 NF link 21 TX
Notepad
1
-sign
2
/
1
notepad plus sign to zoom.
So we're going from
Press tab to
KWIF to 21TX.
X T 1 2 link 100 link 21 TX
Alright, so let's do this real quick.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33 Microsoft Flight Simulator 1
Press tab to help. Press tab to help. Select departure. Combo. Aircraft selection and customization menu. Select departure.
Okay.
Combo box. Search results. 1.
KWIF.
Search results. 33. KWIF / Winsboro Airport Winsboro.
There it is.
Select departure. Drop down list. KWIF Winsboro Airport Winsboro. Select arrival.
Alright.
Combo box.
Arrival.
Search results. 0.
Huh?
Text entry field. Select to enter text.
Get your what? Yes. 2-1. Give me 1 second and I'll grab it for you.
21TX.
21TX.
21TX search results. 3. 21TX / Shillings Texarkana.
Alright, there's
Select
that.
arrival. Drop down list.
Okay. I'm just gonna go to
Select
the
view available
Next
the
waypoint CIMD 0
airport.
point distance 5485 nautical miles point curve number 1 ignition off number 1 fuel
I should have set my. That's alright.
smoke 7000 point
It'll still take us there. It's just gonna be direct.
accepted jobs provider.com run your own link
One
accepted jobs provider
second, guys.
money 605 link 21 TX money popular reputation icon departure column deadline column 5 options column 6 link fly
Loading, please wait.
Okay.
41%.
Alright, give me 1 second. I'm gonna step back.
avionics master active target brake on battery master active smoke 1200.com 127.85 point number 1 ignition on number 1 fuel valve open navigation on point speed on point standing on point stove on point wind on point logo on point
Hey, where's your pig at? Where's your pig at?
pause
Oh, yeah.
Zero
Hold
point
on
dot.
1
Zero point
second,
dot.
and I'll go down and get it. Okay, I'll go get it here in a second. Let me.
Loading, please wait.
Okay, I'll go get both of them.
73%.
link assign link fly Deadline column 5 2 week. Departure column payload slash remark description and rewards top popularity 0%. Money $605.70.
73%.
So pay $605.
Popularity rate take payload select departure column 4. Deadline column 5 2 weeks. Options column 6 link flight.
Loading please
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.0.
So we'll see if this plane will take off from here. It should. We'll see how it does.
77%.
If that worked out, I might just rent a Cessna 152 and
Top
do
1
some
parking rate off. Top
flights
1 120.
with that guy for a little bit.
Loading please wait. 80%.
Let's see what happens here.
Number 1 ignition off.
Okay,
Runway 34 quick slash 1752.
we're at runway. I'm gonna go to a gate real quick. Hold
Jump to
on.
base. Airport code at land. Base list. Airport code at land.
KWIF.
Base loaded point. Base list. Part 2 name part number 2. Part 3 name part number. Part 4. Part 6 name part. Part 8 name part number 8 type ramp small and use snow. Part 1 name part number 1 type ramp small and use snow. Part 2 name part number 2 type ramp small. Part 3 name part number 3 type ramp small and use snow. Part 2 name part. Part 1 name part number 1 type.
We'll go to a ramp. That's fine.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1. Altimeter. Part 1 equip.
All right, Park 1.
Set the top
Okay,
of
so now I can just hit fly.
Options column 6 link. Deadline column 5 2 week. Options column 6 link flight. Flight number 34 flight.
We'll hit
Business link
fly.
flight number 34 from Windsboro Airport. Heading left graphic fuel. Pilot weight 100 graphic fuel quantity. Fuel prices $106 $0.00. 0.00 slider 100 to old grip point. Button up graphic payload. Fertilizer. Link shillings. 2234 L. You cannot remove cargo slip button available in total weight. 572 lbs slash 589 lbs total
Okay.
space. Generate flight plan. Start tracking button.
Start tracking. I'm getting ready to go
Flight
get
number 34
that
flight
for
top
you.
graphic pilot's nickname link Johnny Levi graphic rank captain.
All
Business link
right.
graphic flight number 30 from Windsboro Airport. Quick heading. 0 degrees altitude 0 ft distance 151.4
All
nm.
right, let's see if it should start.
Microsoft
now,
Flight Simulator
guys. Here we go.
1.33.5.
Let's see if
Microsoft
I
Flight.
just want to make sure AI will do it.
Number 1 starter engaged. Number 1 ignition on. Number 1 starter off.
Now this should work.
0 knots ground speed.
Airplane is started. All right, so let's see what this does. Jesse, if you're there, watch this for a minute, and I will be right back with you guys. But give me a minute. Guys, don't tell me this ain't took off yet. What is it doing?
Part 1 equipped.
It ain't moving, is it? Why are we not moving here?
Kilo Whiskey India Foxtrot traffic BVI pilots 9er Delta Whiskey is clear of the runway.
See, why is it saying that? I don't understand. It's not wanting to take
Jump to runway.
off.
Airport code blank. Normal cursor. FSUIPC 7 closed.
KWIF.
2 runways loaded. Runway list 16. 30. 16. New snow heading through 100. 34. New snow heading through 341.
I think it's the bad bad.
16. New snow heading through 161.037. Length 1752. Width 22. Takeoff allowed.
I'm gonna try to take off on
34.
my
New snow
own.
heading through 341.037. Length 1752. Width 22. Takeoff allowed. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5. 5.0. Up 2. Up 1. Target break off. Attitude mode disabled point. Attitude mode enabled point.
25 knots.
Come on, take
38
off.
knots. 49 knots. Airborne. 58 knots.
Up 2. Up 3.
There we go.
Up 4. Up 5.
It's taking off, folks. There we go. I don't know why it didn't taxi, but it didn't, did it? I think it's at airport, honestly.
Up 6. Left. Up 5.
But we're
Up four.
on our way, so
Attitude mode disabled point.
turn that off.
318 feet ASL point. Flap 0 point.
It took off a flap 0? How is that?
573 feet ASL point. 512 feet per minute point. .643 feet ASL point. Com 1 125.75 point.
Houston Center Freedom Global International Tree 4 is type Cessna 152 2 miles north of Kilo Whiskey India Foxtrot 700 feet. Request flight following.
Freedom Global International Tree for Houston Center.
43 feet per minute point. 727 feet. 89 feet per minute point.
Squawk 2142 Freedom Global International Tree 4.
I don't know, guys. That was
Flap
weird,
21
but
point.
it's flying now, so.
Tree for radar contact 3 miles north of Kilo Whiskey India Foxtrot 700.
Alright.
Altimeter 30.02.
Roger,
Alright,
Freedom
folks.
Global International Tree 4.
It's fine, so I'll be back with you guys in a little bit.
United 675 climb and maintain flight level tree 80.
Next waypoint. Zero point distance. 149 nautical miles. Point bearing. 305 degrees. 1 hours. 43 minutes. 56 seconds. .184 feet per 791 feet ASL point. 138 feet per minute point.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 80.
803 feet ASL point. 102 knots indicated.
Alright, Jesse, we're on our way. It's working now.
Spirit Wings 542 descend and maintain flight level tree 50.
1000 feet point.
Freedom Global International Tree for contact Monroe approach on 126.9er. Good day.
Going to 126.9er Freedom Global International Tree 4.
Com 1 126.90
Monroe
point.
approach Freedom Global International Tree for 1000 feet.
Generic 6-9er Quebec descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Freedom Global International Tree for Monroe approach altimeter tree 0.02 continue as planned. Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Generic 6-9er Quebec. traffic. You are 14 miles southwest of Monroe. Contact Monroe Tower on 118.9er when inbound on the approach. Tower on 118.9er, generic 69er, Quebec.
All right, let's see. Did we have anybody with us today? Anybody on chat? Jesse? Anybody else with us?
1716 PASL point.
We're at 17,000. Well, 1760. 1,760
105 feet
feet.
per minute point.
We're still climbing.
Total fuel 68.1 pounds point. 11.3 gallons point. Total fuel flow 39.
Oh, this fuel don't
Normal
look
cursor.
good,
Flight number
though.
34 vitals.com on your way.
We better go
Flight number
check
30.
our fuel.
Visit link flight number 34 heading from Winnsboro Airport. Swift heading. 312 degrees. Altitude 1760 ft. Distance 129.5 nm. Estimated time left 1 hour 12 minutes.
Oh, we are way. There's no way.
Clickable link ATFW. Link ATL. Link ASHP. Link AD, link AML, link AJ, link AD, link ADYI. Link ATCL. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.0. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33. Total fuel 67.8 pounds point. 11.3 gallons point. Total fuel flow 40.
40? This can't be right.
103 knots indicated.
Let's reload TFM because something's off there. What was it to reload? I forget. Let's see. This?
TFM is shutting down.
If that's our fuel, guys, we're going to run out fast. And it's not supposed to. It's supposed to give you the exact amount of fuel that you need. But I don't know.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.3. Current aircraft says 152 Loso. Loading airport database. Number 1 ignition on. Number 1. Airports database loaded. Total fuel 67.0 pounds point. 11.2 gallons point. Total fuel flow 39.
I don't see how we're making it where we're going. There is no freaking way.
Bridgeland, Louisiana, United States. Central Standard Time point. Bridgeland, Louisiana, United States point. 8.2 nautical miles. 335 degrees point. 68 degrees. No, flight number 34 vital. Flight number 34, link ATYI, link ATCL, link AMEI. Visit
Look
traffic.
at
Flight number
this.
34 heading level 2 from winds heading. 311 degrees. Altitude. 1913 ft. Distance. 126.2 nm.
126.2 miles.
Estimated time left. 1 hour 10 minutes. Estimated time left. 125.9 nm. Estimated time left. 1 hour 10 minutes. Estimated time left. 125.9 nm. Estimated time 125.9 nm. Estimated time left. 125.9 nm. Distance. 125.9 nm. Estimated time 1 hour 10 minutes. Estimated 125.6 nm. Distance. 125.6 nm. Estimated time left. 1 hour 10 minutes. Estimated 125.6 nm.
We'll see, but I don't think we had enough fuel. I'll be honest about it.
Estimated time left. 125.3 nm. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1. Normal cursor. FSUIPC7 tooltip. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.0. 1982 VASL point. 82 feet per minute point. 103 knots indicated. Time and route to destination 1 hour 15 minutes 39 seconds point. 2000. Time and route to destination 1 hour 15 minutes 32 seconds point. Time and route to destination 1 hour 15 minutes 29 seconds point. Next waypoint 0 point distance 124 nautical miles point bearing 305 degrees point 1 hours 15 minutes 22 seconds. $103 knots indicated. 103 knots indicated. 102 knots indicated. 2023 VASL point. 59 feet per minute point.
We'll see. I don't
67
know,
degrees.
guys. I don't know.
Flaps 0 point.
So we'll see what happens here.
Normal cursor. App Start cursor.
Monroe departure SkyWest 49er76 is at 800 feet, climbing 12,000 feet. SkyWest 49er76 Monroe departure altimeter tree 0.04. Continue to Echo Mike Golf as planned.
FSUI PC 7 tooltip.
SkyWest for Niner 76 contact Fort Worth Center on 126.325. Good day. .325 for SkyWest for Niner 76.
FSUI PC7 tooltip. Normal cursor.
Alright, you guys, let's see how we're looking here.
Total fuel 54.5 pounds. Flight number 34vitals.com, run your own airline company. Google Chrome. Flight number 30.
We might be alright.
95.7 nm. Distance 24.99 ft. Distance 95 points. Estimated time left 53 minutes.
53 minutes till we arrive.
Clickable link KDFW. Link KDL. Link KSHP. Link KBHM. Link KMLU. Link KJAN. Link KDTN.
I don't know that.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5. Microsoft Flight Simulator.
I don't know that it was worth the money that I'm making on this flight for the time. I'm gonna rent a Cessna 152 next, and we'll make more money that way.
102 knots indicated. 24:30 ASL point. No recent message.
Alright. It's about 50 minutes left, folks.
Normal cursor.
Jesse F. Can you point to any good getting started resources for aviatife? Jesse F. Things I need to know, etc. BVI pilots. How's all? BVI pilots. I will do that when we land, Jesse. Jesse F. I'm okay. Annoyed at 1Password though. Wish it were easier to use on PC. Jesse F. Right on. Thanks, smiley face. BVI pilots. I feel you, LOL. Jesse F. Like. Is there some trick to generating a password for a website you don't already have in your vault that I'm missing? Jesse F. Because no matter how I try and select that element, I don't see a way to save the password anywhere.
contact Fort Worth Center on 126.325. Good day.
Going to 126.325 Freedom Global International Tree 4.
Com 126.32
Fort
points.
Worth Center, Freedom Global International Tree, 4,600 feet.
Freedom Global International Tree for Fort Worth Center altimeter tree 0.06. Continue as planned. Spirit Wings tree 14 descend and maintain flight level tree 60. SkyWest 4883 descend and maintain flight level tree 40. Spirit Wings tree 14 descend and maintain flight level tree 60. Frontier generic 5-2 tree descend and maintain flight level tree 60. SkyWest 4883 descend and maintain flight level tree 40. Spirit Wings tree 14 descend and maintain flight level tree 60. Generic 5-2 tree descend and maintain flight level tree 60. Freedom Global International Tree for contact Fort Worth Center on 128.2. Good day.
Going to 128.2 Freedom Global International Tree 4.
Com 128.20
Fort Worth
points.
Center, Freedom Global International Tree, 4,500 feet.
Freedom Global International Tree for Fort Worth Center altimeter tree 0.06. Continue as planned. JetBlue 69er for contact Fort Worth Center on 126.325. Good day. One two six decimal tree 25 for JetBlue 69er 4. 414 descends and maintain flight level 300.
Okay, so I seen the comment, Jesse, that you left, and you was asking about
American 414
tips from aviatife. And
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.
what I will do when we land here,
Next waypoint, 0 point distance, 67 nautical miles, point bearing, 303 degrees, point 41 minutes, 4 seconds.
about 41 minutes, when we land, I'll go through that stuff with you. All right, so just hang out, and then when we get landed, I'll go over it with you.
American 414 descends and maintain flight level 300. American 414 descends and maintain flight level 300.
Jesse F.
Flight 06 descends.
Works for me.
Freedom Global International
Thanks.
Tree. For contact, Shreveport approach on 123.75. Good day.
Normal cursor.
123.75 Freedom Global International Tree 4.
Com 1, 123.75 points.
Approach Freedom Global International Tree, 2,500 feet.
Freedom Global International Tree for Shreveport approach altimeter tree 0.07. Continue as planned.
FSUIPC7 tooltip.
Alright, you guys, let's take a look and see. We got about
Next waypoint, 7 point distance, 46 nautical miles, point bearing, 303 degrees, 28 minutes, 19 seconds.
28 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start talking about aviatife just over general, and then I'm going to show you some stuff just to kind of help you better understand kind of where to start at. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to minimize this window for a minute. And I think, let me see if I can go to...
Folder view list, topic. Gold wave 20, Google Chrome first.
So let's go to Google
App start cursor,
Chrome.
normal
Let's
cursor.
see what happens if I go to the
Use app Google Chrome
website.
Johnny, 5 list.
aviatife.com.
Aviative.com selected.
Okay, so...
Dashboard of Aviative. Visit link graphic logo. Visit link graphic logo. Clickable. Clickable. Graphic company. Button collects Freedom Global Graphic Pilot's nickname. Link Johnny. Graphic Pilot's button collects Freedom Global International.
So when you set up your account on aviatife, it's going to ask you what do you want to call your airline. Obviously, I called
Graphic
it
button collects Freedom Global International.
Freedom Global International. It's the name of the airline that I got set up here on aviatife.
Graphic Pilot's nickname. Link Johnny.
Then you set up your
Graphic rank
nickname. It shows your rank, captain.
System menu. Close Task manager. Name window. Book. Reopen close. New tab. Maximize X.
And maximize
Dashboard
so
of
make sure we're full
Link
window
Johnny.
here.
Graphic rank captain. Graphic current airport. Windsboro Airport.
So it shows you the current airport that you're at, which we're flying right now. So we're technically not at Windsboro.
Link with. Graphic current time 5/20/2023 11:55 p.m. Zulu.
Shows you the time, which it goes by Zulu time.
Graphic aviaticons.
Now, on the airline, you make money. Okay, you make money for every flight that you do, or every passenger that you transport, cargo, what have you. But for every flight you do, you get something
Link
called
for aviaticons. Graphic aviaticons. Graphic V-A-V-I-A-T-O.
aviaticons. It's spelled
Graphic Zulu. Graphic aviatic. Graphic V-A-V-I-A.
A-V-I-A-T
O-K.
O-K-E-N-S.
E-N-S.
Aviata tokens.
S-E-K-O-T-A-I-V-A-V-I-A.
So Avia for aviation, AVIA tokens, Avia tokens for every flight you do, and you can do like it lets you get certain things with those tokens. Okay.
Link for aviaticons.
So like when I get 5,000 aviation tokens, I'm gonna start calling them aviation tokens. So Avia tokens. I can actually get a airplane. I can buy an airplane with 5,000 tokens.
Aviaticons is a special currency in the Aviative world point. You earn it by flying one aviaticon for one.
It's a special currency. It says it right here.
A special currency in the Aviative world point.
It's a special currency in the
Aviative world point. Aviative Aviative.
V.
Jesse F.
Aviation.
I think it's meant to be Avia tokens. Yeah.
Yeah. That. Yeah. Either way, I just say aviation just because AVIA, but either way, it's tokens for every flight you
Aviative world
do.
point. You earn it by flying one aviatic four.
So it says you earn it for flying
Aviaticon one aviaticon.
one Avia token
For one flight minute.
for 1 flight minute. So for every minute that you're in the air, you get a token.
Special prizes and skills point to exchange aviaticons. Go to the company Greater Skill Freedom Company.
And you get special prizes, skills, stuff like
Aviaticons
that.
shop tax point.
There is a... We'll click on this. I'll show this to you real quick, that what you can get with it. So we'll click on
Special price aviaticons shop tax point.
the Avia token shop.
Graphic money. Link to visit link with graphic Link 20. Visit link. Visit link. Flight. Link. Link. Visit link. Flight. Link. 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 Rank. Link. 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 Donate. Button. Log. Visit link. Find airport edit. Button. Link graphic. Link. Link graphic. Link 0. Heading level 2 dashboard. You can find your today's challenges remaining time. Forward. Delete. Heading level 4. Yesterday's awards. Heading level 4. Quick jobs on the current. Visit link dashboard. Heading level. Today's challenges remaining time. Forward. Delete. Heading level 4. Yesterday's award. Quick job. Flight. Copyright 2020. Stay in touch. Heading. Visit link graphic dashboard. Heading level 2.
It was
Link 0.
supposed to.
Link graphic PM. Link 6. Link graphic button. Find it. Visit link button. Log out. Link donate. Link commute. Link light. Link rank. Link delete. Link file. Link finances. Link visit. Link
Let me
company.
go back
Link
up
flight.
here
Visit link
real
tops.
quick.
Visit link
Hold
fees.
on.
Link 20. Graphic 2. Graphic to 45 nm. Graphic 2. Graphic to 45 nm. Link with. Visit link graphic current flight. Link with. Graphic to 45 graphic 2. Link 21 TX.
And then it shows you on the front page what your flight is that you should be doing or you need to be
Graphic
doing.
link with. Visit link graphic link 2003 graphic money.
It shows you your regular money,
Link $2,365.
which I've got $2,360, but I did rent an aircraft and then couldn't even use it.
Graphic aviatic shop tax point. Graphic money aviatic shop tax point. Special prices and sales point list. $2,365.32 link. 3108 aviatic. Quick link wins for airport.
Well,
3108 aviatic link.
let's click on the Avia
Aviatic shop
tokens.
value.
We'll click on
Clickable.
that.
Aviatic shop heading level 2.
Here we go, the shop.
Aviatic is a special currency in the Aviatic world.
Okay, so
challenge.
for these
Special prices
tokens,
points. Link popularity. Link advertising. Link skills. Visit link aviatic. Link change password. Link edit profile. Link link unit. Link reset graphic icon. Aircraft says 152.
so you can get an aircraft says a Cessna 152
Around who says 152 in your fleet point.
in your fleet.
Unlabeled graphic that image descriptions. Open the context menu point 25,000. Link 5.
It's
Unlabeled graphic that image descriptions. Open the context menu point 25,000.
25,000. I thought it was
Link
5,000.
graphic icon. Money $5,000.
Oh yeah, it is. Money is $5,000.
Exchange your aviatic money point. 2,500. Link 5. 2,500.
So you can exchange.
Exchange your aviatic money point. 2,500. Link 5. Graphic icon. Sale number XXX graphic link 5.
Well, I think
2,500.
if I did that, that would just give me more money.
Exchange your aviatic money $5,000. Graphic icon. Link 5. Unlabeled graphic that image description. Around who says 152 in your fleet point.
Let me see
Buy link.
something. If I click buy, what's it say?
Alert you don't have enough aviatic point. Visit link graphic aviatic shop heading level 2. Aviatic is a special flight minute special. You don't have copyright 2021 copyright revolution. Aviatic shop aviatic flight minute special. You don't have link advertising. Link skills. Visit link change link edit.
Okay, anyway, I don't have enough yet, but I think it's you pay five. I don't know.
Link units.
But anyway, you can buy an airplane.
Aircraft says 150. Around who says 125,000. Visit link 5. Graphic icon. Money $5,000. Exchange your aviatic
You
money 2,500.
can turn in your Avia token for
Link 5.
cash.
Graphic icon. Sale number XXX. Change the sale number of your aircraft point. It's prefix with that point. It needs to be min point 4 max point.
You can change the number of your tail on your
6 letters long point. Without the
aircraft.
15,000. Link 5.
That's
Graphic
15,000.
icon. Sale number IMXXXX. Change the sale number 6 letters long point. Without the pre 40,000. Link 5. 40,000. 6 letters long point. Without the prefix start point.
You can do 6 letters
40,000. Link 5.
for
Heading level 5 copyright 2021
40,000.
copyright graphic card name with love nearby. Link units. Difficulty settings link.
Let me go
Units
back
link.
to,
Reset
let's
slash
see
remove link.
here.
5 visit link. 5 link. 5 link.
No, we don't want to buy
5 visit link.
nothing.
Reset slash remove link. Units link. Reset slash link units. Link difficulty settings. Link edit profile. Link change password. Visit link aviatic shop. Link skills. Link advertising. Link popularity. You don't have enough aviatic points. Special prices point. Flight minutes and complete aviatic is heading level 2 aviatic shop. Link 0. Link graphic PM. Link 6. Link graphic notification. Button. Find an airport edit. Visit link plan a flight. Button logout. Link donate. Link community. Link client. Link rankings. Link league. Link file.
Okay, so yeah, so with the tokens, you can get special stuff with it.
Link difficulty settings. Units link.
You can also
Difficulty settings.
go to your
Edit profile link.
settings. You can edit your
Change password link.
profile.
Aviatic shop visit link. Skills link.
Skills.
Advertising link.
So let's go to
Skills
the
link.
skills link. Let me show you that.
Skillsavitals.com running. Visit link graphic logo.
So they have different
Visit link graphic aviatic
skills
shop heading level 2.
that
Copyright 2021 copyright. Stay in touch heading level. Visit link aviatic shop heading level 2. Copyright 2021. Stay in touch heading level 5.
Why
Visit link graphic
didn't
logo.
we do the
Free global
skills?
information. Johnny link. Quick link wins for 3108. 2003.
Let me
Current
get
flight
the
prep.
skills.
Quick link wins for alert. 21 TX link shield. Fleet visit link. Jobs visit link. Flights link. Company link. Business link. Finances link. File link. Delete link. Rankings link. Client link. Community link. Donate link. Log out button. Plan a flight visit link. Find an airport edit link.
Plan flight.
Notifications graphic 6 link. PM graphic 0 link. Popularity link. Advertising link. Skills visit link.
Let me click at.
Skillsavitals.com run your own airline company. Graphic company button. Visit link graphic aviatic shop heading level 2. Copyright 2021. Stay in touch. Legal heading. No mix heading. Visit link graphic low clickable. Link flights. Link company. Link 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 button. Visit find an airport edit button. Link graphic link 6 link graphic link heading aviatic is a special currency. Flight minutes special link link after visit link aviatic link change link edit profile. Link difficulty setting link units. Link reset graphic address stops. This skill gives you an access to address graphic icon.
Okay, here we go.
Graphic icon.
So
Link units.
under
Link reset graphic icon.
skills,
Address stops. This skill gives you an access to address stops point. Address stops need careful landing point otherwise. You may blow your aircraft up point. Unlabeled graphic that missing image description. Link 5. Unlabeled graphic that missing image descriptions. Open the context menu point 2000. Link 5.
so that's 2,000, and I believe you pay cash for
Graphic
that.
icon. VIP passenger jobs.
VIP
This skill gives you an access
passenger
to VIP passenger jobs.
jobs,
You cannot load anything else on the link point. Unlocked. Link 5. Graphic icon. Illegal jobs.
illegal
This skill gives you an access
jobs,
to illegal cargo jobs, but beware you might be caught point.
but beware you might be caught.
2000. Link 5.
That's
Graphic icon.
2,000,
This skill gives you an access to rented buildings point. Unlocked. Link 5.
and it'll tell you if it's unlocked for you to buy. See,
Unlocked.
it says
Link 5.
unlocked, and then you
Graphic
can
icon.
buy that.
International superstar. This skill gives you an
International
access to more. 20% jobs from
superstar.
international airports point international. Airports have a passages on that point.
More jobs for
4,000.
international.
Link 5.
It's
Graphic icon.
$4,000.
This skill gives you an access to more. 20% jobs from small airports point. Those with dark slash light red. And yellow badges point.
Bush pilot, you can do that.
Freelancer. Other airlines can offer you the contract point. Virtual airlines point.
Okay, so other airlines can offer you contracts.
Freelancer. Other airlines can offer you the 1000. Link high. Heading level 5 copyright 2021 copy. Link high. 1000. Link high.
So actually, I might actually buy that. Let's see something.
Alert skills in unlocked point. Skills. Visit link craft aviaticus shop heading level aviaticus is a special currency in the available.
So when you unlock it, that means you bought it.
Special skills link link visit link skill link link popularity skills in unlocked point. Link popularity. Link advertising. Visit link skills. Visit link chain link edit link link graphic hazard. This skill gives you access to hazardous stops point hazardous stops need careful landing. You may blow your aircraft up point. 2000. Link high. 2000. You may blow your aircraft up. This skill gives you access to hazardous stops point hazardous stops need careful landing point otherwise.
Okay, but you gotta have careful landings. You can blow your aircraft up with hazardous
You may blow your aircraft 2000 link
jobs.
high. Graphic icon. VIP passenger this skill you cannot blow anything else on the link point unlocked. Link high.
This has already been unlocked. When it's unlocked, that means you can already do it.
Unlocked. This skill gives you VIP passenger. This skill
So I
unlocked.
can
Link
do
high.
VIP
Graphic icon. Illegal top.
passengers.
This skill gives 2000 link high. Graphic icon. Buildings. This skill gives you access unlocked. Link high.
Buildings, I can already do that.
Unlocked. Link high. Graphic icon. International superstar. This skill gives airports at 4000. Link high. Graphic icon.
International,
This skill
I'm
gives
not worried
yellow
about
unlocked. Link
that.
high.
That's already
Unlocked.
unlocked.
And yellow badge skill gives you access to push pilot. This skill
Push
can unlocked.
5,
Link
I've
high.
already
Graphic
got
icon.
that
Other airlines can offer
unlocked.
unlocked. Visit link high. Heading level 5 copyright 20. Graphic card link heading level 5 stays up. Visit link
Okay,
graphic
so
click
let's see what,
graphic link Johnny.
did that take
Graphic
my
link captain. Graphic card airport link click graphic currency graphic aviaticus. Visit link 2108 aviaticus.
2108.
Aviaticus is special currency. 5 minutes special aviaticus graphic money. Link $2,365.32. Graphic aviaticus special 5 minutes and completing daily aviaticus is a special currency. Visit link 2108 aviaticus.
2108. So yeah, it took some of my Avia tokens for the skills that you unlock when you buy it. Which is fine. I'll just do some other
Aviaticus is a special
jobs
currency in the
here.
available.
When we land, I'm going to actually rent a Cessna 152, and so I'm going to show that to
Skills available.com
you
run
once we get done. Let's take a look
Cool.
here.
Microsoft Flight Simulator. Skillsavitals.com run your own airline company. Google Chrome row 1 column 2. Skillsavitals.com run your own airline company. Gotcha. Skillsavitals. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33. Flight number 34vitals.com run your own airline company.
Alright, let's check our flight.
Flight
We're
number 30.
still good here.
Flight number 34 vitals. Flight number 34 applicable.
As
Visit link
far
photo.
as your flight, I want to remind you that
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5. Microsoft Flight Simulator
you got
1.33.5.
you got to load the client.
Comma
So
123.9.
what I always do is I go ahead and load my client and run it. Then I'll get my Microsoft, everything set up on that. I'll pick my job, select it, and then once my plane's at whatever airport I need to be at, I will go to the job and I'll hit fly now. Once you do that, then you can fly. But there are things you got to do, and I need to talk about that because you're going to be wondering why you can't take off. Okay. If you're going to fly on aviatife, this is what I recommend. I recommend that you turn on developer mode. One, it gives you better landings. Okay? And because if you don't, some of the landings, some of the planes don't land as good with the AI. But just turn on developer mode. It don't affect anything else that you do on Microsoft, okay? The other thing you need to do is go into your options. You got to set your damage to on.
Normal cursor.
Engine stress, you can turn that off. And then there's another one, I forget what it's called, but I will do another video on them settings. Actually, I think I already have, possibly. I'll look, and if I can't find it, then I will I'll do a video on those settings just so you guys know exactly what to do, okay? I like flying on aviatife. It's, you know, shoot, let me see, because my audio should be good. Hold on. Let me go look. You attacked me.
Skywest tree 240 climb and maintain 2,600 feet.
Okay, so I don't know.
Climb and maintain 2,600 feet, SkyWest 3240.
Normal cursor.
SkyWest 3240 climb and maintain 14,000 feet. American 2449er descend and maintain flight level 350. Climb and maintain 14,000 feet, SkyWest 3240.
Joe, what position of the video are you at the time?
American 2449.
No, I mean where it shows where you are on the. Yes. Okay, I can hear myself. Yeah, you're not caught up. See? No, I mean on the window though, you should see where it says track position. It shows like the time that you're at on the video.
Envoy 4247 descend and maintain
See, I can hear myself now coming through it. You should. It should show you a spot where it showed the time, like what position you're at in the video, and then you just move it all the way forward.
Jesse F. Your audio's good. I think if your net flickers it will screw you over.
No, it's not. It's good. We've got the fastest internet that you can actually use online. So that part's good. It's just when she joined, it wasn't caught up with the very last point of the live stream.
Jesse F.
Next waypoint, 0 point distance, 19 nautical miles, point bearing.
By which I mean the person watching.
Yeah.
Next waypoint, 0 point distance, 19 nautical miles, point bearing, 300 degrees, 10 minutes, 41 seconds.
All right, so 10 minutes and we should be landing, or we should be working on landing, guys. Again, though, so just like I said, make sure that you run your aviatife client. Make sure that's running. Make sure it's the right airport. Make sure it's got a checklist when you go to your flight page. When you hit fly now, it'll show you all the checklists and it'll tell you if you pass or not. So you'll know
Jesse F.
if there's a setting that's not set.
Oh. Yeah, I had that same issue myself.
So as you go down that page, you're going to see, and it's going to say like damage on. It'll say passed or failed, and then it'd say cargo passed or failed, unlimited fuel passed or failed. Because you got to have unlimited fuel. It's got to be turned off because sometimes Microsoft will turn that on as a default, and you don't want that because aviatife will not let you fly with any cheats in like that. It won't allow it.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.3. 1522 VASL point. Total fuel 23.6. Minus 33 feet per minute point.
Well, we've made a descent here.
1518 VASL point.
We're at 1,500 feet. So, a little over 1,000 feet, you guys, we're about to land. Again, if there's more information you want on aviatife, let me know. I'll do another video another time. But we'll see how this landing goes once we get landed. So, be back with you guys shortly.
United 1172 descend and maintain flight level 310. Envoy 4247 descend and maintain flight level 350.
App start cursor.
American 2414 descend
Normal cursor.
and maintain FlexJet 449er climb and
Jesse F. Do you start from your home airport every time? Or do you go from point A to B, pause, from B to C and so on?
No, you don't, Jesse. Wherever you do a flight to, that when you go to do another job, it's going to give you jobs from the location that you're at. Unless you put in a custom flight, but then you got to be at that airport. So,
Envoy 4247 descend and maintain flight level 350.
Normal cursor.
Descend and maintain flight level 3.
Jesse F.
Envoy 4247.
Got you, got you. That's what I figured, but I wanted to make sure.
Above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 6,000 feet altimeter 30.09er. Descend and maintain 6,000 feet Scorpio Universe 2. United 1172 descend and maintain flight level 310. Southwest 1106 climb and maintain flight level 390. Climb and maintain flight level 310 United 1172. American 2414 descend and maintain flight level 350.
1,000.
American 2414 descend and maintain flight level 350. Southwest 1106 climb and maintain flight level 390. American 726 climb. American 2414 descend and maintain flight level 350. American 726 climb and maintain flight level 370. Southwest 1106 climb and maintain flight level 390. American 2414 descend and maintain flight level 350. American 726 climb and maintain flight level 370. Southwest 1106 climb and maintain flight level 390.
Robert Hutton. Hi.
American 2414. Southwest 443 climb and maintain flight level 370.
Welcome to the live stream. Whoever just joined us, I didn't catch
Climb and maintain
the
flight level
name.
390 Southwest
We're not far from
410.
landing, you guys. So this live stream isn't too much further to go, and we'll be done with this flight. And then for the tutorial, I will probably I'll write that later, send it to Declan, and then he'll update that on the BVI Pilot's website. So give him a few days or something, because he's in college too. He'll get to it. I always let him look it over, add to it, change stuff, whatever needs.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.3.
Use it the way that I do that.
965 feet ASL point.
We're at 965
Next
feet.
waypoint, 0 point distance, 4 nautical miles point bearing, 302 degrees, 2 minutes, 15 seconds.
We got 4 miles to go, 2 minutes. But it's, like I said, sometimes TFM is not 100% accurate. So, you know, sometimes it might be off a little. So yeah. I know what time it is.
American 726 climb and maintain
Oh.
flight level.
Hold on, folks.
Southwest 1106 climb and maintain flight level 390. Climb and maintain flight level 390 Southwest 1106. Southwest 1219er contact Fort Worth Center on 128.2. Good day.
App start cursor, normal cursor.
FlexJet 449er climb. 128.2 for Southwest 1219er.
$500.
I'll be right back with you guys in just a minute. If it lands, just stick by, and I'll be back in a minute. Just hold tight. Right back.
American 2414 descend and maintain flight level 350. SkyWest 5257 descend and maintain flight level 340. Southwest 1219er climb and maintain flight level 400. Southwest 1106 climb and maintain flight level 390. Climb
Com 1, 122.90 point.
21 Tango X-ray traffic.
Next waypoint, 21 TX point distance, 0 nautical miles point bearing, 296 degrees, 0.6 seconds.
Southeast 800 feet inbound to land runway 28.
Flex 20 point. App start cursor.
Did it land, you guys, or did it just keep on going? I had to step away for a minute, so see what it did. Let's see what it did.
1289 ASL point. 70 inbox indicated. Next waypoint 21 dx point distance 2 nautical miles point bearing 72 degrees point 1 minutes 29 seconds. Next waypoint 21 dx point distance 2 nautical miles point bearing 69 degrees point 1 minutes 29 seconds. Next waypoint 21 dx point distance 2 nautical miles point bearing 67 degrees point 1 minutes 28 seconds.
It didn't touch the ground or nothing,
Jesse
right,
F.
guys?
It just kept on going. Robert Hutton. It did not land.
Okay, it ain't landed yet. Okay. Yeah, we're not landed yet, Jess. Like I said, TFM is not always 100% on the time and stuff, so we'll see what it says here.
Flight number 34vitals.com, run your own airline company. Google Chrome,
Let's
Roman
go
Flight
here
number
to
34vitals.com, run your own airline. Visit link graphic flight number 30 from Winsboro Airport. Cliff, the Shillings, 21TX. Heading, 105 degrees. Altitude, 1374 ft. Distance, 1.9 m. Estimated time left, 1 minute.
Okay, so
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.
it'll be landing here shortly.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.
Should be anyways. Did they talk to ATC? I had to step away a minute, so I didn't catch it. But did it announce to ATC or did it not?
33 feet per minute point. 1343 ASL point. Next waypoint 21 dx point distance 2 nautical miles point bearing 24 degrees point 1 minutes 10 seconds.
Let me see something.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33. Trim down 0.05 point. Trim down 0.11 point. Trim down 0.18 point. Trim down 0.12 point. Trim down 0.05 point. Trim up 0.05. Trim up. Retrim disabled point.
Jesse F.
1,000.
Not that I heard.
Number 1 ignition off. Number 1. Number 1 starter off.
Robert Hutton. It did talk, but NVDA was talking through it.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.5.0.
Hold on, because I don't know what it's doing here.
Flaps 20 point. Flaps 20 point. Minus 591 feet per minute point. 1000 feet
Okay,
point.
it's coming down. Okay.
986 feet ASL point. 53 knots indicated.
I don't hear it talking to ATC. That's why I wanted to see what it was doing. But
Minus 354 feet per minute point. 816 feet ASL point.
500.
Minus 436 feet per minute point. Minus 397 feet per minute point. 779 feet ASL point. Minus 246 feet per minute point.
see, TFM's not accurate with this stuff, you guys. Just so you know ahead of
411 feet
time.
ASL point.
It's not always accurate.
749 feet. Minus 49 feet per minute point. Next waypoint 21 dx point distance 2 nautical miles point bearing 329 degrees point 2 minutes 38 seconds. Next waypoint 21 dx point distance 2 nautical miles point bearing 327 degrees point 2 minutes 33 seconds. Next waypoint 21 dx point
Robert
distance 2 nautical
Hutton.
miles point bearing 326 degrees point 2 minutes 32 seconds.
We calming down, down.
Yeah, we are coming down. You're right, Robert. Like I said, as you've seen with TFM, sometimes TFM doesn't
400.
give you the accurate information, but
Minus 325 feet per minute point.
it's good enough to give you, you know, what you need. But so yeah. All right. we are getting ready to land, I do believe.
Minus 30 feet per minute point. 681 feet ASL point.
Yeah, we're at 600 feet.
330 feet actual point. 66 feet per minute point. 353 feet actual point.
353 AGL.
687 feet ASL point.
687 ASL.
Next waypoint 21 TX point distance 2 nautical miles point bearing 309 degrees point 2 minutes 16 seconds. Next waypoint 21 TX point distance 2 nautical miles point bearing 308 degrees point 2 minutes 11 seconds.
Yeah, it's coming down. It wasn't worth what this airline was paying for this flight. I think it was only like $800 or something like that. You make more money when you rent a plane. Just rent it until you can buy one. And then you make more money when you start doing your own flights. Which is going to be what I do. But
167 feet per minute point. 719. 352 feet actual point. 20 feet per minute point. Minus 98 feet per minute point. Minus 184 feet per minute point.
Alright, so it's slowly landing. And then hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll be doing some more tomorrow.
Minus 253 feet per minute point.
I got to work on that tutorial for Declan, get that wrote up for him. I'll get that to him in the next day or so.
23 feet per minute point. 659. 304 feet actual point.
304 feet AGL.
0 feet per minute point. Minus 10 feet per minute point.
Jesse F.
FSUIPC 7 tooltip.
Always. Smiley face.
Then again, just to remind you guys, if you don't mind giving us a thumbs up, that does help us. Just to hit them like buttons, share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any social sites that you guys, you know, are a part of. Sharing is very helpful to us. I think we're at 104 subscribers now.
300.
Minus 456 feet per minute point.
Alright, here we go. We're coming in. Flaps 20.
Flaps 20 point. Gear down point dot.
Of course, gear's always down. This is
200.
go up in this one.
Minus 384 feet per minute point.
384 feet a minute.
Minus 364 feet per minute point.
100.
Minus 390 feet per minute point.
I wish the AI would come in a little bit smoother than this.
Minus 262 feet per minute point. Minus 371 feet per minute point.
50.
340 feet ASL point.
40. 30.
Minus 430 feet per minute point.
20. 10.
Minus 348 feet per minute point.
On ground. 41 knots.
Flaps 6 point. Flaps 0 point.
31 knots. 21 knots. 12 knots.
And there it be, folks.
Jesse F. Just in case you need the reminder, you might want to check your junk mail just in case my email from the other day isn't in your inbox.
Yeah,
My email should be fairly
I'll go
easy
in
to
there
recognize.
And, check that out, Jesse. So there we go,
0 feet per
folks.
minute point.
We are now landed and
21 Tango X-ray Traffic Freedom Global International Tree 4 is clear of the runway.
At 21 TX.
alright, so we'll go ahead and shut off the engine.
Number 1 ignition off.
Check out the sounds real quick, guys, before we end this.
Avionics master off. Battery master off. Pause. Unpause. Instruments off point.
Alright, we'll end the flight.
Flight number 34 vitals.com. Next. Flight number 34 vitals.
Then we'll go to finish flight.
Elements list dialog. Preview. Low fleet visit 9 to 47. Flights 11 to 40. Finances 14 to 47 level 0. Finish the flight 38 to 47 level 0. Windy.com. Finish the flight 38 to 47 level 0.
Finish the flight.
Flight number 34 vitals. 0 minutes. Logbook of vitals.com. Run your own airline company.
And there we go.
Visit link graphic logbook heading level 2.
So if you land
Jesse F.
and
Oh. Before I forget,
when you finish the
with
flight,
aviatife,
the
can you
engines
filter
have to be
airports by
turned off.
province?
Well, you can search for any airport,
Jesse
in
F.
the search box.
I'd like to pick somewhere local.
But when you do jobs, you got to fly whatever job that they show you that's available until you build your way up a little bit, and then you can start building flight plans to fly. But you got to follow them flight plans by schedule. So if you set it for 3 o'clock, you got to take off at 3 o'clock. But when you're done with the flight, it's got to be landed. Engines got to be off. Then you go back to that window. You hit finish flight, and then you're done. Okay. And when you hit finish flight, it takes you to this page here.
Logbook of vitals.com.
It says logbook. So then you know that it's done.
Visit link. Clickable. Graphic button. Graphic link 21TX. Graphic current time. Graphic aviaticus. Visit link 2219. Graphic current time. Link 21TX. Graphic current airport chilling.
See, it says airport chilling.
Link 21TX.
21TX.
Graphic current time 5/20. Graphic aviaticus. Visit link 2219. Aviaticus.
Jesse F.
Aviaticus is a special current flight minute.
Yeah.
Aviaticus shop graphic money. Link
Jobs
2,968
isn't an
graphic money.
issue.
Link $2,968.
Thanks.
Graphic money.
And
Link $2,968.02.
$2,968 is what I made. I've not been flying on this one for a while, but I'm gonna get my balance back up. I did have it to around 40,000, but I was gone for a while and didn't do anything, and it just kept going lower and lower and lower. All right, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed the video today, the live stream.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.33.
And
29.1.1 profile. Untitled scene. Simulation.
again, you know,
Up
I
29.
appreciate you guys
Start virtual camera checkbox not. Start recording checkbox not checked.
watching the
Stop streaming checkbox
videos,
checked.
showing your support, sharing the video, giving us thumbs up. All that stuff counts. So I appreciate you guys. So yeah, if there's anything that you know, questions, comments, anything like that, you can email me 737flights@gmail.com. I've had a few email me about msfs2020 and doing the refreshers with us on the server. If you're interested in that, just send me an email. Let me know you want to do that, and we'll
Robert
be glad to
Hutton.
have you. Robert,
See you later.
good to see you, my friend. And Jesse, and everybody else out there,
Start recording. Stop streaming checkbox checked.
y'all have a good day.